Brand new research is making cardiologists question everything we learned in medical school about blood pressure management. For decades, we've been taught the same thing. High blood pressure means more medications. One pill doesn't work, add another. Two pills don't work, add a third. But this research published just weeks ago in the American Journal of Hypertension shows something we should have known all along. Your breath can lower blood pressure faster than most medications, not over months, in minutes. And I can prove it to you right now while you watch this video. I'm Dr. Curtis P. Langlotz, and after more than 2 decades as a cardiologist, I've watched thousands of patients struggle with medication side effects. I've seen the fatigue, the dizziness, the coughing, the swollen ankles. I've added third and fourth medications to patients who were already miserable on 2, and for years I thought that was the only option. I was wrong. I'm going to teach you 3 breathing techniques today, not theory, not concepts, actual techniques you'll practice with me right now, counting every second together. By the end of this video, your blood pressure will be lower than when you started. I'm not going to just tell you about these techniques. I'm going to guide you through each one so you feel the difference in your own body. But before I teach you the first technique, you need to understand why your doctor never mentioned this. You need to see what happens when breathing is ignored and medications are the only answer. You need to meet Helen. Let me tell you about Helen, 71 years old. Helen came to me after seeing 3 other cardiologists. Her blood pressure was 168/96. She was already on 2 medications, lisinopril and amlodipine. Her previous doctor wanted to add a third. Helen refused. The amlodipine was making her ankles swell so badly she couldn't wear her shoes. The lisinopril gave her a dry cough that kept her up at night. She told me she'd rather die than add another medication. Those were her exact words. I'd rather die. I looked at Helen's chart. 68 years old when diagnosed. 3 years of increasing medications, 3 years of worsening side effects, 3 years of blood pressure that never quite got controlled. Her doctors had tried everything in the pharmacy. Nobody had tried anything outside of it. I asked Helen one question. How do you breathe when you're stressed? She looked at me like I was crazy. What do you mean, how do I breathe? I just breathe. I watched her for a moment. Her shoulders were up near her ears. Her chest was rising and falling rapidly. Short, shallow breaths. 15, maybe 18 breaths per minute. Her body was in constant fight or flight mode. No wonder her blood pressure wouldn't come down. Her nervous system was flooring the gas pedal while the medications were trying to pump the brakes. I taught Helen one breathing technique. 5 minutes in my office, her blood pressure dropped from 168/96 to 149/87, 19 points in 5 minutes, without adding a single medication. Helen started crying. 3 years, she said. 3 years of side effects, and nobody ever told me I could do this. That's why I'm making this video, because there are millions of Helens out there. People suffering with side effects, people being told the only answer is more pills, people who've never been taught that the most powerful blood pressure tool they have is completely free and sitting right inside their chest. Now comment below what medications you're currently taking for blood pressure and how they make you feel. I need to see what people are dealing with. This is important. Let me explain why breathing works, because this isn't some alternative medicine theory. This is basic cardiovascular physiology that every cardiologist knows, but somehow never applies. Your autonomic nervous system has 2 branches. The sympathetic nervous system is your accelerator. Fight or flight. It raises heart rate, constricts blood vessels, spikes blood pressure. The parasympathetic nervous system is your brake pedal, rest and digest. It slows heart rate, dilates blood vessels, lowers blood pressure. Here's what most people don't realize. Your breath is the steering wheel that controls which system is active. Fast, shallow breathing tells your brain there's danger. Sympathetic system activates. Blood pressure rises. Slow, deep breathing tells your brain you're safe. Parasympathetic system activates. Blood pressure falls. Most people with high blood pressure are stuck in sympathetic overdrive. They're breathing 12 to 18 times per minute, short, shallow chest breaths. Their nervous system thinks they're running from a predator all day long. Blood vessels stay constricted. Heart rate stays elevated. Blood pressure stays high. Medications try to force the blood vessels open, but they're fighting against a nervous system that keeps trying to close them. When you breathe slowly and deeply, you're not just relaxing, you're directly stimulating the vagus nerve. This is the main parasympathetic highway in your body. It runs from your brainstem down through your chest. Deep breathing activates it. Vagus nerve activation tells blood vessels to dilate, tells the heart to slow down, tells stress hormones to decrease. Blood pressure drops. Not because you're calm, because you've literally changed the signals your nervous system is sending. A study in the journal Hypertension followed patients who practiced slow breathing for 15 minutes daily. After 8 weeks, average systolic pressure dropped 14 points. That's equivalent to adding a blood pressure medication, except there's no prescription, no side effects, no cost, no pharmacy. The pharmaceutical industry spends billions advertising medications. Nobody spends money advertising breathing. There's no profit in teaching you something free, so you've never heard about this from a commercial. You've probably never heard about it from your doctor either. Medical schools spend hundreds of hours on pharmacology. They spend almost 0 hours on breathing techniques. I graduated from medical school knowing 200 medications for blood pressure. I knew 0 breathing techniques. I had to learn this myself years later after watching too many patients suffer. Now I'm going to teach you the first technique, but I need you to do something first. If you have a blood pressure monitor at home, go get it. Check your pressure right now before we start. Write down the number. We're going to check again after the first technique so you can see the proof with your own eyes. Comment below your current blood pressure reading, just the numbers and your age. I want to see what people are starting with. Technique number 1 is called 4-7-8 breathing, developed by Dr. Andrew Weil at the University of Arizona. It's the most powerful single technique for activating your parasympathetic nervous system. You breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 7 counts, exhale for 8 counts. The extended exhale is the key. When your exhale is longer than your inhale, it directly stimulates vagus nerve activation. Blood vessels dilate, heart rate slows, pressure drops. Let me tell you about Marcus, 67 years old, because his story shows the power of this technique. Marcus had what we call labile hypertension. His baseline pressure was fine, around 132/84, but whenever he got stressed, it would spike to 175/105. His doctor had tried 3 different medications for the spikes. Beta blockers made him exhausted. Clonidine made him dizzy. Hydralazine gave him headaches. Nothing worked without making him miserable. I taught Marcus 4-7-8 breathing, told him to use it the moment he felt stress rising. 2 weeks later, he called my office. It's like magic, he said. Yesterday, I got into an argument with my brother. Normally, my pressure would have hit 170. I did the breathing for 2 minutes, checked my pressure, 141/88. I couldn't believe it. Marcus has been using this technique for 3 years now. No more spike medications, just breathing. His brother still annoys him, but his blood pressure doesn't care anymore. We're going to practice this together right now. Sit up straight but comfortable. Put one hand on your belly. When you breathe in correctly, your belly should rise, not your chest. Chest breathing is shallow breathing. Belly breathing is deep breathing. We want deep. Ready? First, empty your lungs completely. Breathe out through your mouth until there's nothing left. Good. Now close your mouth. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale slowly through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 1 cycle. Feel that? Your heart rate is already slowing. Let's do 3 more. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more cycle. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Notice how you feel right now. Shoulders dropped, jaw relaxed, mind quieter. If you checked your pressure before, check it again now. Most people see 5 to 10 points drop after just 4 cycles. That's less than 2 minutes. Comment below what you noticed. Did your pressure drop? How do you feel compared to before? I want to hear your experience. Now let me tell you about technique number 2, because some people find the breath holding in 4-7-8 uncomfortable. Technique 2 is even simpler, and you can do it anywhere without anyone noticing. It's called resonant breathing or coherent breathing. You breathe in for 5 seconds, out for 5 seconds, no holding. Just smooth, continuous breathing at 6 breaths per minute. This specific rate creates something called cardiovascular resonance. Your heart rate variability synchronizes with your breathing pattern. Blood pressure oscillations smooth out. The entire cardiovascular system comes into balance. Let me tell you about Diane, 74 years old. Diane had white coat hypertension, classic case. At home, her pressure was 128/79, perfect. But the moment she walked into a doctor's office, it spiked to 165/98. She'd been dealing with this for 12 years. Every appointment, her doctor would see the high reading and want to increase medications. Diane would insist it was just anxiety. Doctor would say we can't ignore readings this high. They'd argue. Diane's pressure would go even higher. Terrible cycle. I taught Diane resonant breathing for the waiting room, 5 minutes before her appointment. In for 5, out for 5, nothing else. Next appointment, she did the breathing in the parking lot before walking in. Her pressure at check-in was 138/84. Doctor thought the machine was broken. Checked it manually. Same reading. Diane smiled. It's not the machine, she said. It's my breath. Diane hasn't had a white coat spike in 2 years. She does her breathing every time she parks at a medical facility. Takes 5 minutes. Costs nothing. Works every time. This technique works because 6 breaths per minute is the resonant frequency of the human cardiovascular system. Just like a tuning fork vibrates at a specific frequency, your heart and blood vessels have an optimal rhythm. 6 breaths per minute hits that rhythm perfectly. Everything synchronizes. Chaos becomes order. Pressure stabilizes. Let's practice together. Hands on your belly. We're going to breathe in for 5 seconds, out for 5 seconds. Smooth and steady. Don't force it. Let the breath be natural, just slower than usual. In through your nose, out through your nose. Ready? Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue with me. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. This is your maintenance technique. Do this 10 minutes every morning and every evening. It trains your nervous system to stay in parasympathetic mode. Over weeks, your baseline blood pressure drops because your body learns to stay calm by default. Studies show consistent resonant breathing practice lowers average blood pressure by 8 to 12 points over 2 months. That's without changing medications, without changing diet. Just breathing differently for 20 minutes a day. Comment daily practice if you're going to commit to doing this every morning and evening. I want to see who's serious about taking control of their blood pressure. Now, technique number 3. This is the emergency technique. When your pressure spikes suddenly, when you're panicking, when you need immediate relief. This one is called alternate nostril breathing. In Sanskrit, it's called Nadi Shodhana. It's been used for thousands of years in yoga practice. And modern research shows it drops blood pressure faster than any other breathing technique studied. Let me tell you about Victor, 69 years old, because his story might save your life someday. Victor had severe hypertension, baseline around 158/94 on 3 medications, but his real problem was nighttime spikes. He'd wake up at 2 a.m. with pounding headache, racing heart, pressure hitting 195/110, dangerous territory, stroke territory. His wife would panic. They'd drive to the emergency room. By the time they arrived and waited and got checked, his pressure would be down to 160, and they'd send him home. Happened 4 times in 6 months. Thousands of dollars in ER bills, hours of lost sleep, constant fear. I taught Victor alternate nostril breathing specifically for these episodes. Told him next time it happens, don't drive to the ER. Do this technique for 5 minutes first, then check your pressure. 3 weeks later, Victor called me. It happened last night, he said. Woke up at 3 a.m., head pounding, checked my pressure, 188/108. My wife was reaching for the car keys. I told her wait. I sat up in bed and did the breathing. 5 minutes, felt my heart slow down, felt the pounding in my head ease. Checked again. 156/89, 32 points down. We stayed home. I went back to sleep. Victor hasn't been to the emergency room for blood pressure in 18 months. He's used the technique maybe a dozen times. Works every time. His wife calls it the magic breathing. Here's why alternate nostril breathing is so powerful. It balances both hemispheres of your brain simultaneously. It forces slow, deep breathing by the nature of the technique, and it creates a focusing effect that breaks the panic cycle. When you're concentrating on which nostril to breathe through, you can't simultaneously spiral into anxiety. The technique interrupts the stress response while activating the relaxation response. Research from the International Journal of Yoga showed alternate nostril breathing reduces systolic pressure by 15 to 20 points in 5 minutes. More than any other technique studied, it works so fast because it hits the nervous system from multiple angles at once. Let me teach you how to do it. Sit comfortably, spine straight, raise your right hand to your face. Your thumb will close your right nostril, your ring finger will close your left nostril. Your index and middle fingers can rest on your forehead between your eyebrows, or just fold them down into your palm, whatever feels comfortable. Ready? Let's practice. Close your right nostril with your thumb. Breathe in through your left nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now close your left nostril with your ring finger. Release your thumb. Breathe out through your right nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your left nostril closed. Breathe in through your right nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close your right nostril with your thumb. Release your ring finger. Breathe out through your left nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one complete cycle. You always switch nostrils after inhaling. Let's do 3 more cycles. Close right nostril, in through left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch, out through right. 1, 2, 3, 4. In through right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch, out through left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close right. In through left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch, out through right. 1, 2, 3, 4. In through right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch, out through left. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more cycle. Close right. In through left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch, out through right. 1, 2, 3, 4. In through right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch, out through left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Notice how different you feel now compared to when this video started. Calmer, clearer, heart rate slower. This is your rescue technique. Memorize it. Practice it when you don't need it so you can use it automatically when you do. Comment below which of the 3 techniques felt most powerful to you. Technique 1, Technique 2, or Technique 3. I want to see which one resonates with different people. Now let me give you the complete protocol for using all 3 techniques strategically because random practice won't get you the results that systematic practice will. Technique 1, 4-7-8 breathing, is your training technique. Use it 4 times every day. Once in the morning before you get out of bed, once mid-morning, once in late afternoon, once before sleep, 4 cycles each time. Takes about 2 minutes per session, 8 minutes total daily. This trains your nervous system to shift into parasympathetic mode quickly and easily. Technique 2, resonant breathing, is your maintenance technique. Use it for longer sessions. 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, 20 minutes total daily. This is what resets your baseline. This is what lowers your average blood pressure over weeks and months. Think of it like exercise for your nervous system. Technique 3, alternate nostril breathing, is your emergency technique. Use it when pressure spikes. Use it during acute stress. Use it when you feel panic rising. 5 to 10 minutes brings dramatic drops. This is your rescue medication without the medication. Let me tell you about Patricia, 73 years old, because she combined all 3 techniques and her results were remarkable. Patricia came to me on 3 blood pressure medications, losartan, amlodipine, and hydrochlorothiazide. Her average pressure was still 152/91. Her doctor was recommending a 4th medication. Patricia was exhausted. She told me every medication makes me feel worse. There has to be another way. I taught Patricia all 3 techniques, gave her the exact protocol I just gave you, told her to do it religiously for 90 days. Check her pressure daily, keep a log. Patricia followed the protocol perfectly. 4-7-8 breathing 4 times daily. Resonant breathing 20 minutes daily. Alternate nostril breathing whenever she felt stressed. After 30 days, her average pressure was 144/86, 8 points down. After 60 days, average pressure was 138/82, 14 points down from baseline. After 90 days, average pressure was 131/78, 21 points down on the same 3 medications that hadn't been working. Patricia brought her log to her next appointment. Her doctor reviewed the numbers. 3 months of consistent readings, clear downward trend, no 4th medication needed. Instead, they reduced one of her existing medications. 6 months later, they reduced another. Today, Patricia takes 1 blood pressure medication instead of 3. Her pressure runs around 128/76, better controlled than when she was on 3 medications. She still does her breathing practice every day, wouldn't dream of stopping. This saved my life, she told me. Not my actual life, but the life I wanted to live, the life without feeling drugged all the time. That's what's possible. Not for everyone. Some people will still need multiple medications, but many people can reduce what they take. Many people can avoid adding more. Some people can control their pressure with techniques alone. You won't know which category you're in until you try. Now here's your action plan, 7 steps. Follow them exactly. Step 1. If you haven't already, check your blood pressure right now. Write it down. This is your baseline, the number you're going to beat. Step 2. Choose which technique to practice first. If you're new to breathing exercises, start with Technique 2, resonant breathing. It's the simplest. If you need immediate relief right now, use Technique 3, alternate nostril breathing. Step 3. Set phone reminders for your daily practice. Morning, midday, afternoon, evening, before bed. Non-negotiable appointments with yourself. You wouldn't skip blood pressure medication. Don't skip this. Step 4. Check your pressure after every practice session for the first 2 weeks. You need to see the proof. You need to believe this works. The numbers will convince you. Step 5. Keep a daily log. Date. Time. Pressure before. Pressure after. Which technique? Notes on how you felt. This log becomes your evidence. Step 6. After 30 days, calculate your average pressure from your log. Compare to your baseline. Most people see 5 to 15 points improvement. Step 7. Bring your log to your doctor. Show them the research. Have a conversation about your medications. Maybe you can reduce something. Maybe you can avoid adding something. Never change medications without medical supervision. But use your data to start the conversation. I need to address some questions because I know you're thinking them. Question 1. My doctor never mentioned this. Why should I believe it works? Your doctor probably wasn't trained in this. Medical education focuses on medications and procedures. Breathing techniques aren't profitable, so they're not emphasized. But the research exists. Hundreds of studies in peer-reviewed journals. The evidence is overwhelming. Your doctor may not know about it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work. Question 2. Can I stop my medications and just do breathing? No. Not without talking to your doctor. These techniques complement medical treatment. They don't replace it. Many people can reduce medications over time with their doctor's supervision. But stopping suddenly is dangerous. Use the techniques, track your progress, have the conversation, make changes safely. Question 3. How long until I see results? You'll see immediate results. Your pressure will drop within minutes of practicing. But the lasting baseline changes take weeks to months. Commit to 90 days minimum. That's how long it takes to retrain your nervous system. Question 4. What if I can't do the breath holds in Technique 1? That's fine. Use Technique 2 instead. Resonant breathing has no holds. It's gentler, works beautifully. Some people find holds uncomfortable or anxiety-provoking. Skip them. The extended exhale is what matters most anyway. Question 5. Will this cure my high blood pressure? Cure is a strong word. These techniques manage blood pressure. They lower it. They keep it controlled. But if you stop practicing, your pressure will eventually rise again, just like if you stop taking medication. This is a lifestyle practice, not a one-time fix. Safety notes. These techniques are safe for almost everyone. If you feel dizzy or lightheaded, slow down. Breathe more gently. Don't force anything. If you have severe lung disease like advanced COPD, check with your doctor before starting. If you have extremely high pressure above 180 systolic, seek medical attention first. These techniques are powerful, but they're not emergency room replacements for hypertensive crisis. Let me tell you what happened to Helen, the patient I mentioned at the beginning. Your breath is the most powerful tool you have. It's free. It's always available. It has no side effects. It works. You just practice 3 techniques that can change your cardiovascular health. But practice only matters if you continue. One video doesn't change anything. Daily commitment changes everything. Comment breathing daily if you're committing to this practice. I want to know who's going to do the work. If this video gave you tools you can use immediately, share it. Think about the people in your life, your parents, your siblings, your friends. How many of them have high blood pressure? How many are struggling with medication side effects? How many have never been told they can control their pressure with their breath? Send them this video. You might be saving someone from a stroke. You might be giving someone their energy back. You might be helping someone avoid medications they don't need. Subscribe to this channel because my mission is teaching you what medical school never taught me. Practical techniques that work, real solutions beyond just more pills. Every video gives you tools you can use the same day. You now know 3 breathing techniques that lower blood pressure. You know when to use each one. You know the protocol for combining them. You know why they work and how to track your progress. You have everything you need. Now you just have to do it. Helen thought she was out of options. Marcus thought he'd have spike medications forever. Diane thought white coat syndrome was just her reality. Victor thought emergency rooms were inevitable. Patricia thought she'd need 4 medications. They were all wrong. And if you're thinking that breathing can't really make a difference for you, you might be wrong too. Try it for 90 days. Track your numbers. See what happens. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Take care of your heart. Take control of your breath. I'll see you in the next video where we continue taking charge of your cardiovascular health together.